Hi, everyone, and welcome. Welcome back to another Thriving Thursday. We had a little bit of some problems, so we're just going to do a retake because you know what? We do what we can with what we have. So, welcome back. We are doing mindful parenting during COVID. My name is Jessica Ayala. I'm a clinician at the USC Center for Work and Family Life. So welcome again. It's been very challenging, and actually as a parent, not knowing what to do with our kids during this time, and more difficult to kind of keep us grounded and calm during the unknown, because we don't know what's the future holds, and that brings a lot of fear, which then creates a lot of worry and thinking like, what if these things, what if? So in saying that, I would love to do a breathing exercise with you all. And we're just going to do a 5 count. So 5 count in for 5. Breathing in from the belly and hold it for 5. Release for 5. Pause. We're going to do, that's 1 cycle. We're going to do 3 rounds. So let's begin. Make sure you're just sitting comfortably in your chair with your feet nicely planted on the ground. Make sure you're not crossing your legs. And just let's begin. Deep breath in through the belly for 5. Hold it for 5. Hold the breath. And on the release, nice and slow. Relax the face. Pause. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You're doing great. Inhale. Hold it. Let it go. Beautiful. Pause. Doing great. 1 last go. Deep breath. Hold it. Sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Ooh, that was good. And just stay there. Nice and easy. In through your nose and out. In through your nose and out. Just enjoy. If you can, listen to the music. So nice and soothing. So as we're doing these exercises, we never know what our day brings. Some days are easy, some days are calm, and other days kind of start off or end up like this.
Alex, you are grounded. Alex, you are grounded.
Wow, that was a lot. What do you think we should do? Do we think we should meet Alex energetic-wise, or do we need to stop and breathe? So let's do this. Let's do it again until we're feeling a little bit more calm. So deep breath in. Hold it. Doing great. Let it go. Pause. Do this 2 more times. Deep breath in. Hold it. Let it go. Nice and easy. Pause. And deep breath in. Hold. Let it go. And just stay in this nice, relaxing breath. Be mindful and just note things. You may feel some different sensations, hot sensations, cold sensations. It's just noticing, not judging. Just ask yourself, was that helpful? One of the things I've known for sure is a lot of people have the fear of unknown. And we look at the first the screen here, the title says, what's the anchor? An anchor is something or a ritual to get you nice and grounded and set up good foundation for the day. And we don't want to have an anchor in fear because that's just going to increase our anxiety. So one of the things we have to remember is we want to keep a nice, calm home. Think about it. What's the tone of your home? Is it chill? Is it loud? Is it yelling? Whatever that is. And if you don't like the tone of the home, you can always create a different tone of the home. But in order for you to do that, you have to reclaim your brain and be calm. So these two, having a ritual, reclaiming the brain so it doesn't escalate like little Alex over there, and deconstructing fears. So the fears that we have are imposed upon us by adults, by Dr. Stephen Perry. And it could be stuff that we picked up when we were kids. You know, some people have fear of dogs, some people have fear of roller coasters. Again, when we have the fear of unknown, that's when our amygdala gets triggered and we're saying, oh gosh, what's going to happen? We don't know. And then it just sets this whole fight or flight response, increases your blood pressure. You start breathing heavily. If you know what anxiety is, everyone who's out there, you know that it's very uncomfortable and it's not fun at all. So this is really good. We want a really good anchor. Just remember that. The other thing is, you know, our parenting. So the parenting styles are going to be changing a little bit. So it's like, wait, what? Forgive yourself, be kind and non-judgmental, teaching moments, connecting with your inner child, gratitude and praise, exercise, sleep, and sometimes it takes a village. So, you know, we can't be so strict with our kids right now and rigid. I mean, we have to follow through, which is really good. So if you say something, you need to follow through. But we're going to make mistakes. I know as a parent, I've made tons of mistakes, and I have to say, you know what? I have to let it go. I can't ruminate about it. I keep saying, oh, I should have done this, because then I'm not being present. So then I have to check myself. You know, they say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I always have to check myself. And sometimes, well, I know I'm hard on myself, then I know it's not easy to be a parent because kids don't come with instructions. So again, forgive yourself. That's why it's also mindful, because you're going to make mistakes, so you have to be present. So if you make a mistake that happened the day before, you got to let it go, because today's a new day. And your child's going to feed off of that if you're still worried and thinking about it or just internalizing these things. And that's where teaching moments are so important. So if I tend to get upset and it's all my stuff, and then I take it on my family. So you know what? I need to stop, right? Think, observe what I'm doing. So if I'm going to say something or yell, I better check myself. And I said, you know what? I better not say that, because right now I'm not in a place. I just be quiet. So I get quiet. I proceed later, do some breathing. Sometimes when I'm very upset, I've also told parents too, if you get really upset, make sure your kids are in a good place. You know, go to the bathroom, lock the door, put some earbuds on, or if you don't want to do that, you could put headphones on and listen to some good music, because it will pass, and then you can breathe. Because once you say something out of anger or you're frustrated, you can't take it back. And that's the other, from the flip side, you always want to do gratitude and praise, like thank you for being so understanding, or just things, simple everyday things. Thank you for taking out the trash. Thank you for picking up your clothes. Thank you for doing, you know, participating in your class, you know, that we had back in, you know, March, April, May. And, you know, it's good connecting with your inner child to let your kids see that you can be silly, you can be carefree. It's not always, you know, grinding or working. That's where the balance comes out. You got to get dirty with your kids, you know, play outside as much as you can if you're able to do so. Because I know some people have different, you know, living situations, but you know, whether it's water balloon fights, getting, you know, hosing water fights, whatever that is, you know, hopscotch, anything, board games. And then have your kids say, like, what's your favorite? Ask them, what do you guys like to do? And then maybe on the weekend, okay, on Saturday, we're going to do this. And ask each kid what activities they would like to do. And you can put it on the calendar and you guys can talk about that. But with exercise and sleep, these two come hand in hand. Again, we're exerting all the extra energy that we have, and it's also good for our kids. And then sometimes it takes a village, and you know, this is a village right now, this little format. this little platform. There's Facebook groups, there's a lot of support out there, and sometimes you can just get your family together during Zoom, or we're doing that. Like, I need some, I need some other techniques or advice, because it's always good to consult with other people and be kind to yourself. So a lot of talk that I've been hearing is, what do I do? I'm feeling so overwhelmed. I can't get everything done. And then you start having that negative self-talk as a parent. You're not being mindful. So the best way, again, and one was about the kids going to school, and how do you keep them engaged? So you want to make sure that you keep the kid engaged. You're not going to make like a 6-year-old sit for 6 hours straight. And again, you got to know the needs of your kid. It's okay for them to take a break. They don't need to go back to back to back to back when they're going in school. It's okay. They can pause, go take a break, come back if they need a snack. You need to be more flexible. Just remember that. And you got to be creative too. So prioritize. Prioritizing is one of the things that I found, the 4Ds. One of these physicians, Dr. Andrea Costello from the University of Florida Health, she does the 4Ds: delete, delegate, delay, and do. And delete is, you know what? It's just like when you backspace delete and it's gone. That's fine. Like, okay, this is not working, so we're not going to do that. Delegating obviously is the same thing. You start, not doing everything, but asking for help. Okay, so-and-so, can you help with if it's at home, with this chore? Or I need help with that at work. Can we split it in two? So you're not feeling overwhelmed and pressured. Again, because we want to reclaim that brain, and we want to be mindful of what we're doing. And if we're not being mindful of what we're doing, our kids are seeing that, and they're going to imitate us to a T. Delay is basically put it in the back burner. No for now. That's a really good one. No for now. That's a good way to remember delay. And then do is when we do go back to work, or what that looks like, then you can do those things. So delete, delegate, delay, do. The 4Ds for prioritizing. So in closing, I got some really cool resources that might be helpful. I'm going to show you right now. The first one, it's really nice. It's coping with stress. Coping with stress during an infectious disease outbreak, and it's from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services. So this is the information. And as we go down here, it tells you know the signs of stress. Again, you need to be mindful. When you're having these, you're not mindful, you're stressed out. So this is where we have to practice being mindful, and then we can be practicing mindful in parents. We have to learn how to do this first. So this is this, and it talks about practical ways to relax. Again, mindful, pay attention to your body. This is all mindful. So not only do we have to be mindful to how we are, we also have to be mindful with our children. It only takes a minute to make a moment. So, we have the flexibility now. We don't have to rush to the office. If it takes 5 minutes and you're hanging out because your child wants to tell you something, hey, they want to talk to you and share something with you, take the 5 minutes, because they're only at one age once. They're only 10 once, they're only 12 once. And speaking of ages, so they break it down here. What else can I do as a parent and family member? And again, pay attention to your child's emotions and explore questions. So this information is from Massachusetts General Hospital. Again, and this came out in March. This is the early article, but there's so many of these articles out here. I really highly suggest that you read them. And you gotta figure out. I think Kobe Bryant once said, everybody has their own puzzle, and everybody has to have different strategies to work on that puzzle, which is true. And in closing, I hope you all have some more information, because that was the intention of having these information, and I'm positive parenting or mindful parenting. We are the Center for Work and Family Life. We're here to help you. We're here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Our direct line is 213-821. Again, our number is 213. There we go. I disappeared for a little bit. That was not good. 213-821-0800. Again, we work Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And just want to let you know that we're here to support you, and you control. You want to be proactive. You don't want to be reactive, but you can control. You can set the tone of the home. And so I'd like to leave with this concrete. I cannot control other people, how they behave or how they react. I cannot control situations and circumstances. Most are beyond my control. When I react to people and circumstances, I surrender my power. I surrender my power over my emotions. I can only control one thing in my life: my emotions, my actions, and my reactions. No matter how my child behaves, I control myself. When I lose it, I lose my authority. I spread and create the calm I want. Once again, my name is Jessica Ayala, and I'm one of the clinicians here at the Center for Work and Family Life. Hope you all have a safe day, and when the weekend rolls around, I hope you have a peaceful and relaxing weekend. Bye for now.